Alright, hello everybody and welcome back. As the title says, I am a little sick today, just not too bad, but worth mentioning. I'm not sure I'll talk as much as I normally do in my streams, but I wanted to get a stream out today. I also was a little late because some family are actually coming over this weekend. They're heading out for a few hours though, so I just had to delay the stream until now, but hopefully we can still find some matches. I am just going to be playing the Ruminant team today, just because that's been the team I've had the most success with this patch. And also it's pretty fun. I'd like to refine it further, but so far I honestly haven't seen that many weaknesses in it. It does have that glaring weakness to Toxic, but having just one big weakness that is mildly manageable, it's really not that bad. And then we added the 2 Vine in there like last time, and that helps a lot as well. So let me... just send a message in a bit. The more people I ping that I'm streaming, the more people are likely to get on. Cooking up a new team? Not today, not today. I haven't been inspired by anything. Usually it's just like I'll be thinking before bed, or just randomly playing a different game and think about some strategy I'll want to try. Haven't really had anything like that. I did have a dream last night about a Mushi that used ninjutsu and helicopter kick, and the helicopter kick did like a third of a fully evolved Mashuk's health. I don't know how that happened. It was a dream though, and I'm not doing a Mushi team because Mushi kind of sucks. And by kind of sucks, I mean really sucks. I didn't even use it back when it had good, like the good version of Resilient. I should have waited till after the ad break to ping people. Oh well. I also got rid of my noisy fidget. Somebody was sending a clip, and I was like listening to the clip, and all I heard was my squeaky squeaky. So I got like one that doesn't make noise now. So anyone who's very particular about background noise should be happier now. Like, you guys gotta tell me these things, otherwise I won't know that I'm annoying the crap out of you. I fidget all the time, so it's just normal for me to hear clicky clicky clacky clacky all the time. So I wonder if I annoy the people at work sometimes too, because I fidget a lot there, and sometimes I'll just like drop my fidget and it'll just make a whole bunch of noise on the table, and it's just like, oof. Sorry guys. Hey Tyron, good to see you. Hopefully there's still some people on. I am getting the back half of the normal. I don't know, the popular time that people are online. The ladder popping time. Plus, like, even as we just keep going in the patch, it's just gonna... player interests and player rates are just going to drop more and more. I still don't think anyone's made it out of Legend yet. I don't even know who's on top right now. I think Notno and Chaotico were both up there last time. And was it Geno in third? I don't know, it's been a week. Well, let's just check both of them for fun. Nearly 1600. Okay, okay. Yeah, no kidding. But that's gold, only gold 2 Division 1. And that sounds like he's probably #1 yet. It's just not even going to be possible to hit even Diamond this season. No chance. They're not doing like seasonal seals again, are they? I think they're done with those, so there's not like a huge reason to push. Like the only real incentive that we had before to push was those like special seals. And if we're not getting any more of those, then it's just like, pff, who cares? Actually, speaking of shoot, I was gonna change the seal, add it to my 2-vine, because I actually gave the rest of this team seals because I figured I'd be playing it a lot. But I never actually, since I swapped out 2-vine, I don't think it got one, which kind of sucks. I don't want to restart Q. Kako's played a lot in the last 2 days. Possible to climb. He won most, but still dropped. Yeah. I mean, even if you have a 90% win rate, you're probably going even. It's just brutal. Venom. All right. 2 Toxics. Valash. I gotta remember how I even play this team. I think because I have 2 Electrics, I take out the Mashuk first. Because Mashuk walls a lot of this team. And Volarend I have like 2 Electrics and a 2-9 for. Trying to think. So what does he pick to deal with Grumper? I really wish I was on blue side for this one. Because if he doesn't pick one of his 2 crystals, then Minotaur's free. I feel like Baba was really important in this matchup. Because it's good against, like, these top 4. It's even solid against Volgon and decent against Valash. See, this is fine. I have whatever it's called, the Straw Shield on Baba. So 1 Nox Bomb takes nothing. I take no damage from it. I think I just take out the Valash here. Freedom. Yeah, sorry about the ads. I should ping people after that. It's just so that I don't have pre-rolls, but if anyone who stops in at the very start gets hit with them. Somebody recommended having one of those like stream starting in 5 minutes screens before the stream, so that people kind of know that they're not missing anything, but at the same time I'd rather just have the queue going while the ads start, because I had to wait like 5 minutes in queue for this anyways. A Ninja ban makes a lot of sense. I do get Calibus though, and I think I'm gonna grab Rolder. Okay. No Auhi is actually pretty nice. I am gonna pick up Minotaur. So this is a really interesting turn 1. Because if he keeps Mudred in, it dies. Even if he does a lot of damage to Grumper, I still do like 60-70% to his Volarend, and I live, and I actually gain health back. If he swaps to Seismuch or Whiplump, they're going to be in really bad shape, and Volgon is just a completely free Grumper board. So there's very little cost for me to stay in here and get damage on the Mudred. Yo, Dread. It really has been a while. How have you been? You've been moving on to some other games. I forget what you said you were playing the last time we talked. Aerobic Volarend. Interesting. Ha. That was such a good turn 1 for me. You been thinking about getting back into Temtem, or are you just stopping in to say hi? Either way, it's great to see you. I forgot I took my turn 1 Earth off the Grumper. Grumper's nice to keep around for Volgon. TFT and World of Warcraft. Also moved. Oh, dang. Hope that all went well. Settled in now. Yeah, I played a... So, earlier in this TFT season, I was playing a ton. I really... Like... I forget which exact patch it was, but in my opinion, it was like the best we've ever had. See, I'm expecting a V-Gust, so let's see. Let's see. It did... A heli kick will kill. So I'm wondering if he's going to heli kick just to take down the Baboa. I'm going to swap out Grumper for Calibus. I'm going to water cutting. I had a lot of fun with this TFT patch or like season earlier. Then I had a couple bad patches, and I heard this one's pretty good again, but I haven't been back on to try it. Size Munch go down. Nice. Had to heli kick there. No uppercut. Might not be running it. Got some ads for Temtem Swarm. Saw the patch for Temtems. Figured to check and see how things are going in the Temtem world. Yeah, so this last patch for Temtem 1.8 is incredible. Best patch the game has ever seen. No questions about it. And this game's already over. I had a ton of fun, like all patch. Like it's great for Luma hunting. They increase the odds a ton. So the base odds are now 1 in 2,000. They got rid of the paid currency shops, and you can buy everything with feathers. Stuff like that. Grumper's healing. Eats the HKS just fine. And then they changed a whole bunch of stuff in the PvP scene. A couple patches ago, they decided to get rid of a lot of priority and change stuff into more of a... Oh, really? I don't know, they just fixed a lot of stuff. Should not have gone for Petrify here. I really... thought I'd be faster. I don't know, and then they reworked Volgon entirely. Now he's a special attack, a speedy special attacker and stuff. I don't know, it's just lots of great changes. And Temtem Swarm, I haven't checked it out because I'm just not personally interested in a Survivor-like game, but it does seem really good for what it's offering. So if that's kind of something you'd enjoy, I'd say it's worth a look. So hello, Million7, good to see you both. Hope you're doing well. The actual yeah, if they made a lot of these updates on 1.0, the entire future of the game could have been different, but you know, I'm glad we're at a point now where the game's in a good spot. Even if it doesn't have much time left and it's just going to remain a niche option available for the 10 players left, then at least it'll be fun for us, right? GG. I played Temtem, or played Swarm for about 4 hours. Art and soundtracks are great. The gameplay was just annoyingly boring. And you enjoy LoL Swarm a ton. Well, I think part of it is like there's not a lot of difference between the Swarm games. You got League Swarm, which I think both of us played a whole bunch of. And then you get Temtem Swarm, and you're just like, okay, what makes this different? I think what Temtem was going for initially, as for what made it different, was the multiplayer aspect. Because evolution doesn't really matter. It's kind of a cute mechanic, but it doesn't do much for the gameplay. But multiplayer was actually huge. But League did it first, and so we all got to ride that wave until there was nothing left. So, looks like he wants to force a Valash. Valash start. I don't know what item it's holding, otherwise I'd probably just first pick Nid. I might first pick Nid anyways, hoping that it's just anything other than bait. Okay, it's bait. Of course it's bait. Why wouldn't it be bait? Oh, Laura, thank you for the lurk and the Luma luck. Have a good one, whatever you're doing. Appreciate you stopping in. Yeah, I mean, Bob was going to be my best bet. Play your own one-on-one game. Still be on a team so you have a community. You're like the way Temtem works. Gotcha. Can't find any game like Dojo Wars. Yeah, you know, I guess I never really thought of it that way. I definitely agree on the one-on-one aspect. I do enjoy a good team game. I used to play a ton of League of Legends, and now I'm super into Deadlock. Like I am putting in way too much time on Deadlock, and even in that game's 6v6. But I also just like having the game like in my hands. Like I don't like how Temtem does layers personally. I think that's kind of lame. Let me think here. I want to knock out the Gorong. I don't think Gorong's that great, but it is going to be something that stops me from doing much. I'll pick out Brock. I think he'll be pretty good into this team. But yeah, I mean, just having more control over the game as a single player, but still working on a team is nice. Layers just don't feel like a team effort at all. You're just hoping that you have teammates that know what they're doing. Or you're just grinding. Shoot, yeah, I do want Grumper. I'm going to pick up Tuvine as well. I probably should have picked up Calibus just because I'll want it against this lead, but whatever. Then the gameplay needs to be different. Special in survival-like games, once you hit a point, you can't kill the enemies more, you get overrun. Spend some points, new permanent perks, go back slightly stronger, pushing further. I mean, I guess I don't like that gameplay loop personally, so maybe that's why. Played TFT for a while and noticed wasn't talking to any other human beings. That's why I like Temtem. I like Double Up. I've played a lot of Double Up. It's pretty much the only TFT I play nowadays. Because there's just enough, like, team... Oh, it's not. Oh, it's just a double damage lead. I got it. Definitely wanted the Calibus then to deal with this thing. I wasn't thinking like that. I'm amazed my spores just did 5% after a madness buff. Now's the tough part. What's he gonna do? Grumper's the only one that can take 2 hits because I didn't swap in, because I didn't bring Calibus. So now I need to guess which slot he's gonna attack and then bring in something. I feel like the Nidrasil is more obvious, but also I don't know this player. I guess they're in Dark Knights, so maybe they know what they're doing. My Babo is not tanky enough to take 2 hits. The Babo's base defenses are actually very low. Most people don't know that. There's a chance that my Brocklum can actually live and then get evasion. The Kapire is faster than the Valash. I might have to bank on that. Brocklum's not doing a whole lot for me anyways. He doesn't have Last Rush yet. Doesn't even hit a point. Temtem Swarm, even if you hit a point where you're too weak, you will never get overrun. You always outrun enemies and heal with fruits. It's your point. You have 40 plus minute rounds. The final boss spawns at 15 minutes. That shouldn't be possible. Yeah, I agree with that. I think I live the Undermine here, but that did a lot more damage than I thought. Oh. That was awful. So Valash would have got Scavenger if something died, and then my Toxic Ticks wouldn't have killed him, so I needed to get that prediction right. And based on how much damage the Grumper took, there's no way my Brocklin would have ever survived. This is a max attack fire chip Kapire, so... Problem is that, like, now Kapire just gets to kill something else for free. And I don't know what that should be. Babo is very important. Brocklim's also kind of nice. Even you don't know them. Maybe they're in one of the other. I know you said that Dark Knights was gonna have a couple different clubs at some point. Also, I missed the lurk Aos, but thank you for stopping in. Hope you have a good one, whatever you're doing. Yeah, he just goes for the meteorite. Truvine didn't have any 2Xs on the entire team. I could have used CPG, but like this is fine. Wait for your pizza? What you doing while we're lurking? Fair enough. This might actually be the play. The Lawali has bait, so I didn't really want to proc it yet. How's the scene? You're on the same, most of the same people usually. Yeah, you definitely had to get into it when the patch was starting, I think. Because now the queues are definitely dying down, and it hurts. don't know if he's got Windblade or not. Wow, this guy have max attack on... Oh, shoot, I just side spores and broke my camouflage. I am trolling. Did not even consider that for a second. I just threw the game, whatever was left of it at least. So sad. I mean, the Hurricane would have broke it, but then I would have still had enough health to probably live this. Still, this guy has max attack on everything on his team. He's not sparing anything. Which is honestly really unusual. Bobo's just got too much to deal with. I can probably one-shot the Kapire just based on... Just based on how much damage it has invested into it. I would not be surprised at all if it was a glass cannon build. Well, he comes into that slot. Get another Marbles proc on it, so it's going to be running low on stam still. That still did so much damage. Oh, man. I mean, it didn't matter. It still sucks. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that one play with the Brocklin would have mattered. I don't know why the Lawali had any amount of I don't know why it got stamina back. It swapped out and swapped back in. I thought it only gets extra stamina back if something dies, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Full attack and everything's basically the way to go. I don't think it is, though. Because in general, you want to be able to live one hit. And now that Tukai did live one hit. If I had Synergy Wookle, it would not have. Also, my entire, everything would have worked out that game if I had just brought Calibus instead of Tuvine. I think that's where things went wrong. Calibus was useful there. And Tuvine was not. All it did was eat a Meteorite. I did not think about the Heat Up Madness buff lead. I also was not watching my type chart in picks. I was too busy focused on the Valash, because Valash is just such a huge problem that I just kind of ignored the Kapire and didn't realize I had 3 fire weaknesses on the team. And then I had to sack Grumper turned 1. So it was just doomed from the start. Stall Protect is so much harder to play against full damage versus nearly full damage. Yeah, but I mean, so an aggro match. I wish Allie was around to explain it better. I think she'd, but I don't know. I'm not like a known aggro player, but I think it is insane to go full damage, full speed, and no HP invest, because there are so many breakpoints you can hit defensively to live, to go from surviving or not surviving to surviving with like under 100 TVs. It's not that much. But then, like, from the aggro player perspective, they're probably going to take that out of attack, because if you're going up against another aggro player and they have speed advantage, then they're going to win. I think they normally drop attack, because speed is for other aggro matchups, unless you're just gambling on there not being another aggro player. But I mean, so my speed breakpoint in general for faster Tems is 273. It has been for a long time, because that outspeeds Chromion, Nesla. I mean, those are the two main ones. I think there was something else too, though. So I would keep the attack and I would drop the speed. And you know what? I would almost always get outsped, because 273 is not a good... You're not going to be outspeeding prio moves, because somebody's only got to be like 183 to outspeed you with prio, which is not fast at all. So anything faster than 200 speed is going to be outspeeding you with prio constantly. So the only way you're going to outspeed that is if you're using prio. And so even if my prio attacks just never even did enough damage. So I think you have to have enough speed to outspeed, or have speed control. I don't know. I've never had success with aggro. The closest I've had is with the original variations of the Toxic Chromion team. But even then, I was literally at 272 speed again, because that was max speed 2-wire. Matters less, but that's what the speed breakpoint was. So anything faster than me, or that I couldn't one-shot, just kind of ruined me. But it did allow me to invest a lot more HP. I don't know. I mean, if you're going for a fishing type team with like stacked digis or fires, I think full damage, full speed is the way to go. Either go full speed or not a lot of speed in aggro because of that. If you go 450, it's basically wasted everything. 500 speed. Yeah, I know. So that's why I'm saying most aggro teams will probably go out of attack. And then you're able to live a lot more stuff. But instead, that guy just didn't reach those breakpoints. So, like, if I had Stoneball on Rolder, which I don't, even with only 300 attack TVs, I almost guarantee I would have one-shot his Valash and Kapire. That's why he banned it right away. I also don't have any turn 1 water damage, which kind of sucks, because I have Aqua Stone and as my water damage on Baba. I do think it's better. Because like in the first match, having Straw Shield on Baba literally won me the match. Because Baba got 2 KOs in a row. Okay. Babua likes Volfi, Gario. To an extent, Auhi. I think I just go Grumper here. So if Qs are forever right now, new season should start next week. I actually don't know when the new season's gonna start. And they're not even that bad. They're still like under 10 minutes. It was getting really bad for a while where there would be like 10 minutes would be the average. But right now it's really not bad at all. I'm gonna ban the Inky, that way I can actually stay in on Grumper and double in on the Turok slot, so something dies. Or it gets very low. I don't know when the new season is. Does anyone know? That's why I don't like aggro too much, because a lot just gets decided by who built their Tems better. It's not even like better, it's just better in that specific matchup. That is what frustrates me. Because you could have the better spreads in general. You could have like a 60% win rate, but you face the guy who's going for a 50% win rate and happens to invest more in speed, and then all of a sudden you get screwed because you just happen to be on the wrong side of his matchups. I go for consistency. Like I want a chance to win every single matchup. And this team is honestly insane for that. Like, in all the games I've played with it, I probably have like an 80+% win rate. Maybe that's due to the player population. Like, a lot of the players from like TemCS Worlds just aren't playing. But, you know. Okay, so Calibus ban. Looking for an Auhi Gario carry. Kind of strange. I'll bring my Crystal just so she can't pick Minotaur. Too much viability. I'd be down to give it a shot. Hopefully all your Tems are good. Yeah, I mean, if you were using Lawali, you'll have to put Hurricane on it instead of Hypoxia. That's probably the most groundbreaking change. But I definitely check your movesets and stuff. I forget the last team you landed on. And just know that Volgon is actually an offensive threat now. not something you can ignore anymore. I think Nidrasil would be decent here. Because usually 4 to 5 people in DK Discourse. Didn't want to queue into each other on ladder. Wait and queue one after another. Easy to take 20-30 minutes. Yeah, that's rough. And now, because there is no swaps, something has to die here. Now, it's possible this is a very bulky Turok and it doesn't die, which it might not. That's going to be very close. I think my Baba was max attack, and the BP on water cutting is higher, but also Turok's defense is higher. Dang. I do wish I had Calibus here. I'm gonna swap in a 2-Vine. Really? I wouldn't have guessed that much. See what you were running. I was to play mid-range, only cuter cool Tems. None of the Tems I'm using. I mean, the Tems I'm using aren't good. I just use like as much off-meta stuff as possible. I really don't care if 2-Vine dies here. It's just buying time for me. In fact, I want to preserve Bobo if possible, so getting that DV on the 2-Vine is just fine. I will OX here, and I'm trapped, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Never mind. Alright, so Volphy OXs if it attacks again, which is fine. I'm gonna go for a Wookle and a CPG on the... I don't know why I have Diamond Fort on this thing, I should probably have Tornado. Wait, did I mention I got the Luma Minotaur? I'm not sure if I did. I didn't have it when I first started playing this team, but made sure to pick it up. Really? Any insanely broken Tems right now? Vlash. Lush is very problematic, but it's the only one. There's no way he's beating 211 speed on the Turok. No chance. Okay. My Minotaur can actually live a Soil Steam pretty easily. I don't care too much about that. Don't have enough stamina to Mineral Hail. I mean, I'm okay bringing Nid in here and Feathergat. Feathergat won't OX if I get plagued here. I guess Vola's also kind of insanely broken, but it's less because of, wow, this Tem is crazy, and more so because because of its typing, and it never received any meaningful nerfs. Because like a Volarend would just destroy this board, then again any nature would as well, which, hey, look what I got. Nothing wants to come in and take an allergic spread. Yeah. I mean, considering Tuvain kind of was like Garbo in this entire matchup, it did more than I thought. I'd say the Flood was smart because Tuvain is now OX and he didn't kill me, so it's just kind of a wasted slot. But like, what does he even do from here? Not a huge Vlash fan, but Vola would be cool. I mean, you don't even have to run either. It's just a suggestion. High Prio Cubes on Bobble gets some nice KOs if you tier it right. Yeah, but Cubes doesn't give Prio unless you have Synergy anymore. Otherwise, I probably would run it. Also, I do have a Ruminant Minotaur on this team rather than a normal one, so having double healing moves is kind of nice. I did used to run Ice Cubes on my Bobble, though, for sure. I'm just going to rest. I really don't care. But also, hello, Vita Marina, and welcome. Okay, buddy. I'm fine with that. Couldn't have asked for much of a better Minotaur board. I'm actually going to attack the Auhi because I'm just, if possible, I want Nidosil to just... Okay, this board doesn't do anything to Minotaur. I just want to burn an extra turn waiting. It should be able to eat that. No, it doesn't. A War Drum max attack Tutsu. Weird. Would not have been my guess, that's for sure. Yeah, I'm a bulky Minotaur. Definitely in range to die to a Soil Steam on Minotaur, but Grimper should be able to take one. Not that it matters, I outspeed Agareo. This guy played very strange. He also had triple Earth. Seemed like he was trying to cover his Earth weakness, but just kind of struggled to do so. Because, I mean, he's got, like, the mental to deal with the melee, but, like, Aohe doesn't apply immediate pressure to melees, and he doesn't have much of anything to deal with waters. That's kind of why he struggled with Babua. He had the one... I guess this guy had an Acronox, too, didn't he? That's what I insta-banned. Yeah, so that's 4 Earths and an Inky on top of it. So that's 5 melee weaknesses. Not that I had, I guess I only had Broccolem for melees, but that's still kind of really strange. The Earths don't have the best type chart. Each of them is cracked in their own way, but individually, kind of... There's not a type I'd want to stack. Even though I think the only mono-type team I made on my own was an Earth mono. So... a lot of players always complain about stall players investing a lot into defense and very little into offense. They run stuff like full attack plus war drum or similar stuff. Yeah, I'm not confident that it was max attack on the 2-2, but I played a lot of 2-2 and I've found that investing around 300 attack is about right because you want HP for value with tag team, and you want some amount of speed to get faster high toes off. And base attack doesn't really matter. Plus, it's going to be like an H-slap or a show-off support anyways, so you'll be able to scale that way. So it's just kind of like, it's good to have, but not essential, so it's just... I know my 2-Vine with max attack does about 60% to a Nid. And that was a Tutsu, who has much less base attack, and also usually less attack in Vest. And it killed my Nidrisil at like slightly more than 50%, so... I don't know. Man, what are these teams lately? Like, this looks like, besides the Hazrat, it's like all early Island Thames. Very interesting. I just simply ban the Toxic, though, and... not too afraid of anything. He's got no Earth moves turn 1. There is the Volphy. What stops me from picking Minotaur or Broccolem? Kinu? Kinu would kind of be lame. Let's do it anyways. I'm not sure what the Kinu's doing on this team, honestly. Might just be a, oh, I like Kinu, it's cute. Not to insult this player, but just, it seems very out of place. Kinu's normally like a healing support, and nothing on this team stays on the board for long enough to really get value out of it. I was debating between either banning the Kinu or the Tolkien. I'm gonna ban the Tolkien just because I want to see what this Kinu is meant for. Maybe it's a Turbo Hypno support. I could see that. I mean, you got like Tolkien who doesn't have Prio anymore, so it kind of needs the speed boost, and Turok, but like Turok wants to use Earth Waves, so it doesn't care so much about speed. He banned one of my sleep resists because I got Grumper with camo, Minotaur immune, and then bait on 2-Vine. I think 2-Vine would be the best ban for him here. The problem at the moment is playing with 600 plus differences. Yeah, I know, that's what long queues do. But I mean, before we would just see like a gold player matching up against a bronze player, like diamond against silver and stuff. So just seeing the TMR doesn't really make that much of a difference in that way. It is definitely a like huge matchup issue though. It would be nice if there were more like... I feel like the lower ranked players are almost discouraged from playing because they're facing Okay. So they went AFK, got the wrong ban, and just conceded. I don't think Nid was a bad ban at all. Nid was really strong against Oshiara, Nidrasil. Oh, it doesn't even show up because we didn't have a match. I don't know. I don't think that was that bad of a ban. I do think Tuvine was slightly better, but I don't think Nid was bad at all. Keen is also easier to deal with, especially as your Toxics run wild as soon as Turok is dead. That's true. Like, I did genuinely want to see what the Kinu was doing on that team, though. It probably was a Turbo Hypno support, and I always forget that it has that role. I always see it as like a healer support. Compud says season ends October 28th. It very well could. I forget. They're going to still have like comp seasons. The game's kind of in like maintenance mode though, but they are still planning to do balance patches. I know a while ago they asked people about some of the big changes. Hey, Chaotico. I really am not looking forward to this matchup. I feel like every matchup against him is pain. I would rather face the Nidrasil than let him have a Zenareth. I just kind of gotta. Still legend players in silver. That yeah, I mixed feelings about the ladder reset for sure. Kina can do funny stuff in aggro versus aggro because protector. That's true. Next week new season, maybe better TMR system. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's asking a bit too much. They already fixed it. I just hope they don't like reset everyone back down to bronze. Even if they reset us back down to silver. I think that's still kind of grounds we're just doomed. Minnow, Golzi, Lawali, Chim, Venks, Tolkien, or Auhi. Okay, so Tolkien lost Fiery Soul. It's actually in a really rough state nowadays. I didn't think about my turn well enough. He knows I don't have Stoneball and Roller. Other than that, the team sounds alright. You'll have, like I said, you'll have to add Hurricane onto Lawali instead of Hypoxia. I'm not a huge fan of the new Lawali. They toned down his turn 1 damage, or it's wind damage output overall. But it is kind of nice, just as like a faster nature attacker. I also think backhanded with refresh is a little bit unexplored. So Minotaur here is able to dish out good damage to the Owlhe if it stays in. And also, if the Nid wanted to Spores, it'll actually give me a boost. Rank is less relevant this season, though. 13 plus 1300 is more. Yeah, I know it's bad this season. Saipat's not a threat. Looks like he wants to go Kapire carry or Drakash carry. I'm gonna knock out Drakash. Because Drakash also threatens Minotaur. And it can actually deal damage back to Grumper. I'm picking up Broccolum for sure. Because Broccolum's really good against Volphy, Saipat, and Inky. And then, depending on what he picks here, I'll have to pick the last two. So Volphy... Kapire, okay. Yeah, this sucks. If I pick Double Earth, he's gonna pick Saipat, and if I pick not Double Earth, he's gonna pick Inky. I'm gonna go Double Earth. At least one of them is Grumper, so I can still deal with Saipat. And this also makes it so that he actually has even less to deal with Minotaur. So Minotaur is actually going to be really valuable for me this matchup. All I have to do is get rid of the Volphy, which he'll probably want to bring in turn 1. But it's going to have to take a lot of damage that way. Mom's Lunch. That hurts, but it's not too devastating, I don't think. Swap out token for Aohi, see how it goes. Yeah, I'm sure that's fine. There is the Volphy. I was expecting that. Unless this is a hallucination nid, I should be fine. That's still 15% on the thing. Tink. Alright, I can take another one next turn if I decide to stay in, but I think I'm going to save Babua. I just realized I have like nothing that actually kills this Nidrasil. The question is, what does the Volphy do? If I was more confident in my Minotaur's damage output, I would probably just I might still Black Hole. Like a Synergy Black Hole onto the Volphy, try and outspeed a Dust Vortex. Let's see, a 4x resist on 80 BP did 9%. That's going to be super close, but I think it would kill. I just don't know if I'm faster or not. Based on the damage, I would assume it's a squishier Volphy. Maybe he'll Plague the Minotaur as well. Yeah. Plague the Minotaur. Do it. Yeah. He is faster. He did go for Minotaur, and oh my goodness, that damage is pain. So that kind of sucks, because I was hoping Minotaur would do a bit more this game, and it's just not happening. But taking out the Volphy is good. And I do have Paizo up now. Could have Ice Shuriken on Saipat. Probably does. Is Minotaur doing anything else? I died a Turbine. He doesn't have any synergy. I think I want to keep it alive because of Paizo. It's a decent turn to swap in Broccolum as well. Worst case scenario is he calls my bluff and he rages instead. And he does go for the Ice Shuriken. I'm glad I played Slipat this patch to remember that it has that move, because otherwise I would have been in pain. Free Reactivile proc, heck yeah. Ah, shoot, I forgot to do an ad break, so we're going to have ads here in just a minute. I'm pretty confident he's going to swap in Alhi right here. So I'm going to double into this Nid. Really playing with fire here, but the Nid is actually a huge problem. I can't bring Babua back in without it. Without it gone. Oh, interesting. That's not what I would have guessed. Kind of called my bluff there. Good on him. Now because he does have the Alhi on the field, my roller's in bad shape. Things seems pretty squishy, honestly. Who do I need most in this end game? I think I do want Rolder still. Do I though? Not sure I can afford it. He's definitely faster than me, even with Goring. Even with Tardy Rush. I don't have enough. I don't have like 0 speed in this Rolder. So the Tardy Rush doesn't do a whole lot for me. I'm gonna Earthbreaker and I'm gonna Resin Trap. It does so much damage. That's crazy. I need this to kill, and that's gonna be tough ask. Yeah. I was gonna Paizo because I'm pretty sure I'm just dead this turn anyways. Charcoal wall. Dang. Not the play I wanted to see. So does he not have... I guess he just doesn't have a cheat move on this thing then. I think my only way I can possibly win is if he doubles into Babo here with a fire attack and like toxic ink, and Broccolum gets off an Inner Spirit. I think it's still like a lot to ask for, but that's like the only chance I've got. Ditto X. Okay. That's just not enough damage. Not even close. Full bulk or nearly full bulk. I mean, there's no reason to invest offensively in the thing. Like, zero reason at all. I don't know. I should have stuck with my guns and, and just ban the toxic. Is this gonna be a double allergic spread kill? Yeah, so in that case, he had what I'm assuming is a... I don't know, the turn he double swapped Kapire and Owlhe in was the turn he won the game. That was a great play that I didn't even consider, honestly. I didn't think that the Nid would swap. Because he needed Owlhe on the board to deal with Roller. And because I had Broccolim, he wasn't able to bring in Saipat. So it had to be Owlhe. But if I got too much damage on the Owlhe, I wouldn't have been able to... He wouldn't have been able to successfully get it off, and I could have saved Roller for later. But then my 3 hits on the Owlhe were not enough to take it out, and he was able to run me through. Alright, Dread, good luck, have fun. Saying about the TMR? Yeah, no, it's really bad. Like, they completely reset everyone, and just waiting in a queue will just match us up against each other like this. Yeah, GG's Chaotico. It's like, man, do I ban your Zenarith? Because I know you always say your teams are built around Zenarith, or do I ban the Toxic, which I am horribly weak to? I don't know. I don't think I could have beat you there ever. Well played. I don't know. I don't see anything too threatening. I think I'm just gonna take out the Chim. Since it was Volphy fast in the minnow, you don't take that damage on turn 2. That's true. That's very true. I should have known based on how much damage it took. I see Volphy so often. I just thought maybe. Because like Volphy's one of those Tems, it doesn't have a set speed tier. It's not like you see a Volphy and you're like, oh, this is 232, or oh, this is base speed, or oh, this is max speed. Or if Volphy is just... It can be anywhere. Its base speed is 162. Its max speed is 262. It's not uncommon for people to hit 232 on it. It's also not... I used to run like 200 on it, which I'd probably go like 203 now because of Saipat and Volgon. I feel like more than that is a little bit overkill. But like having speed, I don't know, anything between like 200 and 232 speed is like the Wild West. It's just like you never know when somebody's gonna have more than that or less than that. Part of me wonders if I should take down my Minotaur's speed down to like 200 or even just go back down to base. I think I had it calc so that after I get 1 speed boost from Ruminant it does something. Yeah, so I outspeed 262. So after I get a Ruminant speed boost, I outspeed Volphy. That's literally what I calc my speed for. But I just, it's really hard to find the right time to get the boost off. Yeah, Dread, there's a little thing about Lawali now. It's kind of interesting. I think this is the first Venks I've actually seen all patch. Not that Venks has gotten any worse, but just because mentals and stuff. Imagine doing Dojo Wars. I mean, Vanity never has enough people for it. Actually, hold on. There's actually a whole bunch of people in chat. They might actually do it. Oops. They got it covered. Minotaur ban. I'm gonna ban the Owlhe because I don't feel like dealing with a cleaner. PvP. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they won't. It seems like they're just gonna try and throw their ults in there. It's a little disappointing, but it is what it is. Trivine I think will be better than Lawali, because Lawali loses against both, or Grumper loses to both Lawali and Volphy. It's also not great into Ukama. You can take one hit from Ukama, but it has to be like full health for that. You know it, listen 10 clubs. Yeah, pain. I don't have a good Dojo War team anyways. Just a complete mess. Alright, we got our marbles value. Yeah, I mean, looking at the team dread, I'm not sure if you're still around or if you're out of the call, or maybe you'll watch the replay later, but I'll tell them afterwards too. I don't think this team is bad. I just think that my team is just very strong, especially anti-meta. I think Venks maybe could be swapped. Does War still require real Tems? Yeah, it does. I have plenty of real Tems, so I don't mind that as much. Oof. So Nid's gonna take the Hurricane here. This should be fine. Actually, I might die to a Savage. Did not think about that one. I was too busy trying to get damage on the Venks because the thing's stupid tanky. Oh, good, I survived. Dark Vid, hello! GG's on the last match. Thanks for the follow. So I'm not sure if I live or die to the ninja now. I think I'd just barely die, unfortunately. Gonna swap in. I don't want to take this though. Roller would be nice to get synergy. Yeah, we'll swap in Roller. Okay, stays in on the Lawali. I guess it's not that surprising. It's a ninja. Still a big chunk of damage, but I can take it. Ooh, and an OX. Ah, it's gonna live on 1 health. Oh, I guess nut bar. Okay, fine. I'll see if he goes for Hurricane here. I think that's the right play. And maybe get hold off on Golzy as well. Because Venks is just sitting there anyways. It's a bit risky to bring in Golzy, but I think it's his best play. No matter what Lawali clicks here, it should OX. Allergic spread, okay. I do like allergic spread on my Lawalis. I'm bringing Rolder back in because I want a hold off on Earthbreaker. So we're going to go Goring and we're going to go Tink. I could have gone Allergic Spread, I guess. I'm just not 100% confident that I'll kill the Venks. I should be. And then I could have used the Goring on the Lawali slot. That would have been smarter. I just didn't think about the move well enough. Okay, Minotaur. Well, I guess this play is probably better then. I get some more meaningful damage than Minotaur would have resisted. He did save the Lawali though, which is a little problematic. Use Earthbreaker, try and take out the Minotaur, and we'll Toxic Ink. So try and take out the Lawali. Probably be a Hurricane Black Hole. I'd be surprised if the Earthbreaker doesn't kill here. Or it doesn't have speed. Yeah, because I didn't give him any Rusher procs. I'm trying to get to a Calibus versus Volphy endgame. So I need to take out Golzy. So I'm bringing in 2 Vine now, so that if Golzy comes in, I can just CPG it. Because in this case, I always CPG the Lawali slot. So I think his best play would actually be to bring in... I don't know, I think it's just a little tough at this point. It'll probably be to swap in Golzy for the Volphy. Percent of Umbra there is. So the base Umbra chance is 1 in 20,000. But with radars, it can be... I think it's like a 50% chance from an Umbra radar. %, even. It's pretty high. It's very high. Rolder goes down. So now it's a question of, is this Golzy bulky enough to live CPG? It's not. Yeah, Golzy is just a little bit squishy on the defensive side. I'm actually surprised we don't see more. More Golzys around, considering how many mentals are there, and Golzy's also good against crystals, but you know. GG. Yeah, no, that really wasn't that bad. I guess after playing against your team, I would consider swapping Venks out for something else. It is really tanky, but it also just didn't have a lot of impact on that match.
There's not a lot of neutrals in the meta right now, much at all. So another thing I forgot to mention is that hallucination, the move that nobody ever used, got insanely buffed. And it has a mental synergy, so people are seeing that a lot. Marauders get the same odds as Lumirators, yeah. I just never remember the exact percent of a radar nowadays. I think it's 55%. You know, I was debating on doing something else other than a radar during the stream today. I was thinking that I would just try and grind out the Glover minigame I was stuck on, but when I played Glover earlier this week, I actually beat it. Got 100%. Beat the level I never could before as a kid. Both 55? Gotcha. You can just swap Lawali for Vola. Don't have a win threat at all. Yeah, I know. Lawali just feels awful. People say Lawali is still really awesome. And I mean, it does do really good as a nature attacker. And it does have a good defensive typing. But man, its wind typing is underwhelming. And yeah, you didn't have any toxics either. So that would be a pretty good swap. You still have a Wolfie to cover for nature and stuff. Trying to build a different team. Oh no. See my hair popping up above my head. Gotta get a haircut soon. Maybe once I'm feeling better. And yeah, I'm not sure if I mentioned it yet, but I am planning to switch back to coding streams on Sundays, and honestly, I might switch back to, well, it depends on what happens with the new season of Temtem. I was actually planning to switch back to coding streams on Saturdays as well, so this would actually be my last Temtem stream for the patch. But if we're getting a patch next week, I don't know. Maybe I'll do some more. We'll see what queues are like, and if we do get a set of balance changes, maybe I'll play some more. But if it's just a few minor changes, like a nerf to Valash, nerf to Hallucination, maybe a nerf to Vola, I mean, those would all be nice. But at the same time, if we don't get anything like any big foundational changes or interesting stuff to try out, I don't think it's gonna like reignite my excitement for the patch. Well, if you lost a move but you don't remember what it was, must have been Sludge Gift. That was a while ago. Most people are running Sandstorm on it now. You could also run Bush, but I'd recommend Sandstorm. It's just nice to always have an Earth move available after turn 1. Or maybe you already have Sandstorm. It'd be Plague, Dust Vortex, Sandstorm. Jinx Whisper got buffed if you have speed on it. I don't remember the spread. I'm gonna guess it's probably a 200 speed Wolfie. Jinx Whisper got buffed. I should say changed, but overall I do think it's a lot nicer and it's the way it is. Yeah. It'll kind of be based on queues. If the queues pick up again, I'm totally fine playing some more. I'll at least add one more day, but I do want to be like get back into making more stuff for Mutant Grid, because I pretty much haven't done anything at all this last month. It feels really bad. I want to work on an endless mode. I don't think that'll be too difficult, and it'll give a lot of options for the playtest just to keep things going. And then still don't know what I'm gonna do for the flippin' human character. I got totally screwed over there. I might have to remake my entire team builder, which is awful. It's literally the biggest part of spaghetti code I've got. And it's still not even working fully with the boss monsters. Every time I think I got a fix, there's 3 new bugs along with it. Now, given most of them are pretty niche, and it's only found by me like spamming things in all different corners, but it's still, there's still issues that could potentially be found and then soft lock a player. So I want to avoid that at all possible. And this first test is probably going to be less about finding bugs and more about just enjoying the gameplay loop. See if there's anything that needs to be changed that way, because there's going to be bugs, and I'm going to probably know about a lot of bugs. But also a lot of stuff's just going to change in between this playtest and like even the demo. Maybe not. I don't know. There's some other stuff I wanted to do. I think I wanted to get the slide out stats in the middle of battle as well. Should make a list. I keep coming up with like new fun move ideas. Because I've been thinking, I'm not going to have synergies in the game, but I don't think it would be bad to have a move that does something extra. Like one of them I was thinking would be like an earth type move. It would be like gravitational pull or something. And it maybe against most opponents it would lower speed by like 1 or 2 stages. But then against like wind types, air types, it would lower that by twice as many stages. Because, you know, they're flying, it says more of an effect against them. So it would be a move that still gets value and then kind of gets doubled. I guess it would be similar to stuff like Venom Spread, or Horror nowadays. It's basically like having synergies without having synergies. So I think I might do some stuff like that because it adds some good variety. I'll just have to use it kind of sparingly. Hey, appreciate it, CG. Not sure if you're still streaming or if you're done, but if you're done, or either way, I hope you're doing well. I was looking for a bit earlier. I had some family over though, so I wasn't able to talk. Playing a little TFT, gotcha. Kuradin. Alright, there's Platimus, but Platimus is trash, so I'm not afraid of it. What are the chances that this is an offensive Schween? Like, basically, what are the chances that it has Glass Blade? Because right now, I see next to no reason not to just ban Size Munch and pick Double Electric. I don't think this player knows what they're doing. This might be a Melocoton, or however you pronounce it. Makes me a bit worried. I'm basically saying it might be a story Momo. No club, wearing the cloak. And it is. Yeah. We'll just end this one quick. I could just spam F, but I've done that so many times, it just doesn't matter. Hey, it took a hit. I'm proud of you, Mastion. You can tell he was trained with love. He actually has, like, maxed out TVs. All the way from an Act Volcano. Jaw strike, jaw strike, jaw strike. Come on. Oh, my Grumper's faster. Jaw strike, jaw strike, jaw strike. No, not the nibble. Ah, man. Level 62, yeah. It's the story, Momo, the one they give you. As soon as I realized, like, I realized in draft, it was just, he had fully evolved Tems and some from Arbory, so I thought maybe there was a chance, but no. Because, like, it's kind of interesting he had a Minotaur. Like, Minotaur, you can only catch it as a mental. Oh, but they need you one for the mount. But no, you wouldn't keep it for your team then. Yeah, I don't know. This guy definitely doesn't know what he's doing, though. They still don't have a warning arrow. I know unranked give a lot. I'm farming this kid. I forgot. That one's on me, guys. Yeah, like, look at this. He's actually got the egg move on his Aohi. Or did they make it not an egg move anymore? I thought they did. Or I thought it is. Yeah, that one doesn't go on the win-loss. Those don't count. Need an item for Oshiara. Power Bank seems to be a popular one nowadays. And Botter got a mental. Yeah, maybe. They must have had a friend that gave them some Tems to play through the game with. And they got like a mental and an Aohi. Must have been one of those players. But that's what threw me off, because if you catch a mental at like whatever it is, in like level 50 or 60, and then you have to evolve it twice, which it's probably like 28 or so levels to get it, maybe even like 30. I don't know what the evolution timing is of Minotaur. Oh, it's 25 levels. So then it would have to be level 75 minimum, which still is possible, I guess. I don't know. Oh, wow, they actually got all 5. I wish we could spectate while we're in queue. To be honest, I don't even know if I would have participated, even if I knew about it ahead of time. I don't really enjoy Dojo Wars all that much anymore, just because like I haven't updated my team and it's such a huge investment to make a new team. Also, I'm not getting like any income of feathers or pan suns from playing PvP matches. So it's just it's harder for me to justify spending so much on that. 2-3 close games. That's good at least. Yeah, it's nice that they only require 5 though, because we would have been really scrambling if we needed more. I guess they got like ults and stuff, but I don't know. It's just like I'm enjoying this Minotaur team. Dread, is this you again? Three bows. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, and it must. Oh, it's Millie. Okay, I knew it was somebody in chat. Good luck. Have fun. The paralyzing poison Acronox. Thank you. It was my idea to bring that back. Because he had it, then it was such a bad move for so long that nobody ever touched it. And then they buffed it and they removed it from him, even though it's like the most fitting Tem to have the move. Then they added it back, but nobody's used it. Everyone was like, "Oh, you can't give Acronox paralyzing poison. That's way too broken." Yeah, bullcrap. Showdown teams, you're looking through all of them. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. I am banning this, though. What are the chances this is viral combustion? Yeah, I didn't realize how much of a problem Moments is probably going to be for me. Yeah, I knew Drakash was coming. That's why I brought the Broccolum. I'm actually going to ban the opposing Broccolum as well, just because it's bad against Babua. It's bad against most of my remaining Tems. My Tems are bad against it. And even though Cycrox is a poison type, it's got so many other weaknesses from being a Digi that it doesn't matter. Like, it can still T-strike it, or electric move, and wind move, so I don't mind. Whole team had Pocus when Time Split was a thing, and assume that isn't around anymore. No, it is not. You assumed correctly. Alright, Minotaur is the only one on my team who can scale, so I'm glad that was let through. I guess Rolder can as well, so I'll have to try and play for some tardy rushes while somehow avoiding the paralyzing poisons. It's going to be tough. I don't know how much speed he's got on the Waspine either. I'm going to bring Tuvine just so I have a Tem that can eat the paralyzing poisons, because I have Determined on the thing. You're old, you know. Get the Marbles chip, which is good. Straw Shield Drakash. No Sweatband on the Moments. That's pretty important. Harmful on the Moments? You mean you're not just running Plasma Beam? Cycrox probably has that too. Broccolum's kind of nice to if I can get Inner Spirit up against Waspine or something. Though there's a raise in the back, so I'll get outsped. This can be a burrow on Drakash. Really? The Moments is faster than the Drakash. That's weird. Cooking pretty hard with this one, Millie. And it is viral combustion. You have to be kidding me. There's no point in clicking Bark Shield. Oh, you're crazy. Ah, darn, the Seas procs first. Based on how much the Hellfire did, I barely live. Not sure how that order of operations worked exactly, but that was really good. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to stack. Not going to be able to stack, whatever it's called, Ruminant on Minotaur, but I'd say this is fine. We'll see how fast this Cycrox is. I guess base Cycrox is faster than a Rolder. And I don't have Tardy Rush yet. Minotaur should be able to take 2 microwaves, especially when one of them is burned. It's not like he can just ignore the Rolder, though. I get Tardy Rush next turn. Ah, darn. Okay. Oh, I guess that's why, to get the reset up. That makes sense. No chip damage. Okay. I'm banking on it being a reset this turn, so I'll still get the beef up, and then next turn I can do a +2 Rockfall and a Paizo to kill the Waspine. You know what? I'm okay with this too. It doesn't quite do half of my health. Does get to keep reset though, so that is a bit of a problem. Hopefully the burn keeps it so that I'm able to survive. Nice, huge. Even better would it would have been even better if the Moments lived. There's the reset, but Minotaur doesn't die here, I don't think. I do. Oh no. If the Waspine swaps, it doesn't get reset back up, and I'm able to hit it with a Rockfall next turn. Or I guess if I did Earthbreaker into Rockfall would OX me, and that would be kind of problematic. But at that point, it's 2 Vine and Rolder versus Waspine. King's Roar is a good play. I didn't even consider that. There's a chance to raise lives now. Yeah. Dang. I almost used Inner Spirit on the Waspine, thinking I just got to take this thing down, but +2 Earthbreaker, still got it. Hey, Commander, good to see you. Yeah. It's like, what, 70? Yeah, 70 damage. 71 to be exact, but close enough. And we get more tardy rush value. Appearance vehicle, you're on a 2-hour car ride back home from a family event. Ooh, I hope it was fun for you. I'm sure the drive ain't, though. GG. GG. I'd say you were cooking, but I think you left your food in the microwave on that one. I guess you could probably burn stuff in the microwave. One of my old roommates just was trying to... They had like a cookie in a cup, and they threw it in the microwave just to warm it up. They meant to do 2 minutes, and instead they did 20 minutes, and they weren't watching it, so they just forgot. All of us were in our rooms. 20 minutes later, smoke alarms go off, and from head to toe, the entire room was just filled with smoke from like a cookie. And if anyone knows what burnt chocolate smells like, it is not the best smell. Like, all of them were panicking, like, what do we do? What do we do? It's just like, okay, calm down, open some windows. Step 1. It was an interesting day, for sure. No clue how to play half those Tems. You put a lot of speed on that Moments. Also, I hate viral combustion. I feel like it's just such a bad trait. I feel like it's the worst trait in the game. Because you still get poisoned. If you didn't get poisoned, I think it would be better. 0 speed on it. So it's just base speed Drakash then? That seems weird. I know Drakash is slow, but in the base speed Moments like 130 something. Yeah, base speed is 129. Yeah, I guess Drakash is just slow. It was slower than Drakash, though. So the microwaves outsped Hellfire, and that's what I was confused about. Yeah, it was the turn 2. Don't know your speed tiers, you just made the team? Yeah. The Raze is always faster and bulkier than I ever expect. Because base speed Raze is like 145 and you got at least like 400 points of speed in that thing. And it's got tons of bulk. So funny to see Fire Flame on the thing though. It would genuinely be like a great Tem if it just had Fiery Soul. It's basically no speed on it. That's... Oh, it's Demoralize. That's right. There still has to be some speed on it though. 211 times 0.8. You gotta have at least 200 some speed in it. You forgot you had to reset. I mean, I was waiting for it. I figured even if you reset me the first time, I would get a beef up again and I would still hit hard enough. But then you swapped anyways, and then I avoided the second reset. 290, okay. So I was wrong, thinking you had more than 400. But I knew you had more than 200 at least. The thing is just so slow. It's still just kind of weird to me why they made it so slow, but... Oh, I mean, it would be such a... They buffed the stats of so many of those middle Evo Tems. Actually, has every single one got buffs except Raze? In stats? Let's see. Scroll through the top. Platox did. Peharak. I actually don't know if that one did either. I think the Tental got some buffs. Azurok definitely got buffs. Raze did not. Osakan definitely did. Cheryl. They finally, eventually swapped its attack and special attack, didn't they? The wiki doesn't... Yeah, they did. They did. I always meant to use it, and I only used it in like one little tournament that didn't matter. They buffed a Baboon, but then it didn't really matter because the Tem still sucks. I don't think they buffed it that much. Yeah, no, it was very little. I guess Deendra never got any changes either. It's like they're... So, if you think about it, Raze, Deendra, and... what was the other one I said? Peharak. The ones that were actually a menace in the past, they didn't buff. That's kind of weird. Tento got buffs at some point. It did. I think that was a while ago, though. Yeah, 1.5.2 when they did the like middle and little Tem patch, everyone was kind of surprised about. It got a little bit higher defenses and some raised special attack, which is nice. Still team building, back with more questions. How's Garunder? Notice doesn't have Stoneball anymore. Yeah, now it gets properly walled. Garunder's okay. It was really strong earlier this patch because the Shelter got buffed and it got... Yeah, they basically... They reworked Rend and it got Rend. And it was kind of like a stall Tem. It's... I don't know, it's like I don't see a whole lot of Garunder. It's not bad by any means, but it's not like a top tier Tem. Like a lot of the meta Tems you use lost moves. Yeah, they did a lot of move overhauls over time. Because for a while they... Turn 1 damage and priority were just running rampant. And they also kind of culled a lot of the immediate coverage the Temps had, like Clay Ball on Garunder. I'm trying to think of some other ones. I know like Stone Ball on Tattoo, but that was a while ago. They removed Nox Bomb from a couple Tems. They just changed a lot of movesets around. I think we're in a good spot now, but it did take a while to get there. Also, we're about to get hit with ads. I'm just going to start them now. So hopefully you guys are back by the time the match starts. 2-Vine Turok lost moves. Yeah, Turok lost Stone Ball, 2-Vine lost Turbine. Once again, kind of hitting the... having both stabs and prio. Story team player. He tried queuing up again? Why? Told them about the story feature. A showdown feat? Yeah, hopefully that they get the idea. Yeah, you make a new team and you already want to play your other one. I mean, that's fair. I mean, so as soon as I made this team, I'm like, oh, darn, I should try some other teams. And yeah, I pretty much went right back to... I tried the one other team just to give Neurotoxins a try, and I came right back to this one. Although, funny enough, when I tried the Freeze team this patch, I did really enjoy that. And then came back to this one in the end. So... sometimes the Freeze team, I couldn't figure out the last 2 slots. I had a great core of 6, but I couldn't round it out. This one I also had a good core of 6. 10-minute queue. That's painful. I had a good queue of good core of 6. I think all these 6 are they're definitely the core of the team, and they're pretty solid. But I couldn't figure out the last 2. I wanted a bulky water that wasn't weak to Toxic, which ended up being Calibus, but then Calibus can't hit Toxic, so it's just kind of like a horse apiece. And then there's 2-Vine, which is... I had like Anatan, and then I had something else before that too. You threw a lot of ideas on a team that don't necessarily fit together. Yeah, I end up doing that a lot. A lot of it's intentional though, and I'll figure out which core or like which part of the strategy works better, and that I enjoy playing, and then I flesh that one out. It's because my team needs to ban Toxic, so I kind of banned out one of your Paralyze and Poison cores. But then you had like a couple harmful microwaves users, which I don't know. First person that queues up is gonna queue into me. Probably only do 2 more matches. We'll stop before the next set of ads. Usually streaming after 3 is already pretty rough. So streaming after 4 is just going to be even worse. Because like we're at an odd time slot right now. Where, I mean, yeah, most of y'all are just watching me. But I mean, for anyone who would normally be queuing right now, it's right when a lot of the Europeans are heading to bed, and it's honestly a little early for most Americans to be getting on. So it's just kind of like an odd middle ground. Not to say there aren't exceptions, but that's just what this time zone kind of is. It's 11 o'clock on a Saturday. I mean, not everyone stays up that late. On your first beer. Any good digis or mentals? So mentals are pretty good. Valiar got buffed. Aohi's really popular. Aohi got another mental move, so that might be something you could look into. Digis, so funny enough, Digital Chromion got overbuffed, so now it's pretty crazy strong. It actually had to get nerfed. I want to try the Cycrocs because you only ever play once a week for 2 or 3 matches, so building a new team seriously would probably take more time than you'd get to play it in a month. Yeah, and I mean, if we're getting a patch next week too, building the team now is also kind of like, well, how much is going to change? I really don't think much is going to change. I think they're going to do like the bare minimum changes. But I hope they add some buffs in with their nerfs. If they even nerf anything. I don't know. I do hope that they find some way to hit Hallucination and Valash. And maybe just nick Volgon's special attack a little bit. But I think what they did by just buffing a whole bunch of Tems this patch was really good. I'd still like to find some more use for head charge. It's still good on Piranhant and like Tutsu, so I could go do an H-Slap team again. I still like H-Slap, and I just feel like it's a little low tempo for this patch. Unfriended myself successfully. Oof. This is a rough queue. Yeah, this is why I was planning to stop streaming Temtem for the patch. We'll see if they do something next week. Because I don't want to sit through this. And it's not bugged. I really don't think it is. I genuinely think that nobody's online. I have not seen it this bad for all patch. I have been playing during like prime time as much as I possibly can. But, oh my goodness. This is pain. I didn't want to do this Umushi radar. Steam numbers are slowly climbing overall. They did have a sale like a couple weeks ago. So I'm sure casuals are playing. And I mean, before I got on, I did see like 59 people were watching. There was some Portuguese streamer that was playing through the story, it looked like. Still is. He's got 51 viewers. Most Steam numbers are PV. Yeah, exactly. It's good for the game. But, like, the game's already dead. Took away your one chance to find someone because the story guy responded. Well, I mean, I did not want to run into another story player. That's not enjoyable. That just resets my queue. But at the same time, the next story player that accidentally queues up is going to find an instant match into me. Everyone place your bets to now. Am I going to run into a story player next, or am I going to run into an actual player? But don't bet and then queue up yourself. Because that's cheating. No, it's just like... It feels like wasted time, honestly, to sit here for 15 minutes. Chaotico with Q. He already destroyed me once today. I'd have to knock out his Nid and then deal with the Zeno, which is not fun. Because, like, it's so weird. It's like you see that I've got 2 Earths on my team. Neither of them have a turn 1 Earth move. And 2 Waters on my team, and neither of them have a turn 1 Water move. And then I've got 3 Natures, and only one of them has a turn 1 Nature move. It's my offensive coverage is so severely lacking. I still, more than anything, want them to give Broccolum Plague back. At that point, I'd probably drop Resin Trap. Because Resin Trap never really secures a kill anyways. On Broccolum. I'm trying to think. Like, Resin Trap is the kind of move that does like 80%. Doesn't really finish something off. So I can use 2 Plagues instead and kill something. Although if somebody swaps in like a Psypat or something to eat the Soul Shout and then I Resin Trap to kill, that would be bad. But I don't know. I'm not gonna think that much into it. All free of me. Well, it's also like most of y'all are just watching here. There's no reason to play. The Enigma guys are probably still in Dojo Wars, if any of them are even gonna play. Dark Knights ain't. Yeah, I mean it's just that time in the patch, really. It's just everyone's played it all out. Everyone who was grinding is you just realize the queues are bad enough. It's not worth it, and we can't. Dojo War finished. Oh, real. Oh, you won 3, and then it was an insta 5 win. End. Fair enough. Because I guess if it's just best of 15, you only need 8. I always forget it can end in 2 rounds. It was 3 rounds? Oh, man, these queues are awful then. Like, what am I supposed to do with this, guys? I already ran like 3 minutes of ads. Alright, thank you, whoever. Please no story player. Gav, alright, good luck, have fun. Been a while since I've faced him. Let's see. No toxics, that's a good sign. I'm just going to take out the Valash then. Love to see a Lowaddle. Do have a couple electrics, crystal, a couple waters. It's looking like a really good Calibus. Always the same people unranked? Yeah. I mean, it was better like earlier on in the patch. It's just right now it's so much worse. Easy Calibus first pick. Nothing on this team wants to face Calibus. Except maybe like a bait Gazuma. So I'm going to take out the Raiken next. Yeah, and the patch is definitely always like this. I didn't realize we were so close to the end of the patch, though. I debated on streaming today, honestly, because I wasn't feeling the best. But I said last week I was going to stream, and I did want to play some more of this team. We'll see if we get a 3-minute queue after this patch, or after this match. If we don't, I'll probably just end the stream, because pain. Win your last 13 games, but the gold players already give up. It's not motivating to smash a new player. Yeah, exactly, definitely. Sad the most lost motivation. It's not even motivation for me. It's like, I mean, the grind is never a motivation. For me, I just want to play matches. And so being unable to play matches is what kills it for me. No bait on the Chim. Love to see it. Nothing wants to take this double in. Yeah, I threatened the swap on the Lowaddle, even though I was never going to do anything to it. I always want to get this Chimerian knocked out because it's such a huge threat. That's because the thing is so dang tanky, and like Bobble can't do anything to it, and Minotaur definitely can't. And then the only thing that Calibus and Nid can do is poison it. That's a very squishy Chimerian though, like super duper squishy. It's kind of weird how squishy it is. There's no reason not to just CPG again. The only Crystal Resist is on the board. I should live a CPG Dust Vortex unless it's a max speed Volphy. I mean, a max special attack Volphy. He's gonna go for it. Is it max special attack? Jinx Whisper. See, I don't mind that. The only thing that does is, like, make Calibus wait an extra turn to poison the Volphy. Now, I might keep Duvine alive just because it can deal with Lowaddle pretty well. Arachnite number? It's one of the last ones. Let me guess. Is it 131? What number is it? I want to see how close that was. Whatever, Nidrasil's fine. $158? No way! It's one of the very, very last ones? Dang. Because it's like 165 total. The legendaries are the last three. The mythicals. There's Diabolo, which I wasn't really thinking about. I just wanted to not die. Thingler's Hallucination. Yeah, as of this patch. Not that it really matters too much. Gazuma, everybody. Hurricane. Self Sparks. Yeah, he screwed himself over there with the sparks. That's pretty funny. Gonna swap in Bobo and now. Actually, why wouldn't I just swap in Minotaur and then Spore it? Could be a sacrifice play. Penance. Okay. I actually don't have either Earth type for Synergy Black Hole, so this could be bad. Well, there goes Doom. I do have the option of swapping out Minotaur now. I have pies though up, so I could just take out the thing. You guys got to go for the move flank. Actually stayed in. +2 speed. I don't know how fast it's gonna be though. I'm wanting Tuvine to die here. Or Bobble, one or the other. Yeah. I just double in on the Gazuma because Calibus can always 1v1 a Volphy. Dang. Oh. So he's got so much speed and bulk invest that he misses out on the damage. That is the problem. It's a very... Oh wait, that doesn't kill. But thank you for the Ruminant proc. It's kind of a squishy Volphy. 25% with the resist. Dunno. GG. I mean, it was pretty close there at the end. Because he got the plus special attack on his Gazuma, I was worried. If that thing had more than like 0 special attack invest, like it had to have like 100, maybe 200 TVs in special attack. Nice, and we get an insta match. This will be the last one though. Just gonna round it off at 8 games today. Ronin, alright, good luck, have fun. Let's see. This is not a good matchup for me at all. If Bobo gets banned, that would be the worst thing for me. Okay. So I knock out Mashuk here. And I pick Babua. Babua 2 Vine. So I want to ban Lawali because Lawali is Tem that can swap in turn 1 to my Water Cutting plus Feathergat. But at the same time, Chimerian is just going to be a bigger issue for my whole team. So I'd rather take that out. It's got to be... Oh, really? I was really expecting it to be one of my Earths, so that's pretty surprising. Definitely going to go with Calibus first off. Calibus has a better face-off in an endgame against Acronox. I think it's just going to be Nidrasil. It sucks bringing in 2 Toxics against triple wind, but Lawali's only like half a wind, and 2-Wire also kind of has goofy interactions. So Babbo is not that important, and I actually want Babbo to stay on the field. Pretty sure Acronox is swapping, and Lawali is coming in. No, he stays in. Whoa, wasn't expecting that one. He just doubles in. I was really expecting a heat up and then a swap. So he's just clicking green circles. One Aquastone wouldn't have killed no matter what. Now the Lawali does have bait, so that sucks. Oh, I didn't think about that one. I was like, I can take another sting. Yeah, the bait on the Lawali hurts pretty bad, actually.
He's just doing the green circle game. I really didn't expect that, but you know, it's a play, that's for sure. Diabolo on the 2-Vine, which isn't the best. I guess the question is, how important is it that I keep Calavis alive? Calavis is good for dealing with 2-wire. It's basically Calavis or Nidrasil. Roller's very important. It's basically how I'm dealing with Kapire, and it's also going to be important for Acronox. I think that I just take the gamble. Or I was thinking the gamble that I live, but I do live. Okay. He does double in. So I don't get the toxic damage off on Lawali, but also 2-Vine gets to save more health, which is valuable in its own right. He was predicting a roller swap with that one, so. The question now is, does Tink kill Lawali, and do I live a double in? Probably asking too much to live, but maybe he'll split or something. Fiery Ballad. Possible I live. Nice, huge. Now I need this to kill, though. It does not. Yeah, Bait's winning him the game. Do I live a Plague Meteorite? Probably not. Does he even have Plague? He didn't use it there, which is kind of weird. Oh yeah, he's Resin Trap, do we? Yeah. He's got +1 speed, so he'll always outspeed with the Meteorite. Bring in Acronox Soil Steam just to make sure. Yeah, I lost turn 1. I could have taken out the Acronox immediately. And even if I lost like half of my 2-Vine's health from taking a fire move, I didn't really care. Maybe he stings? Yeah. Yeah, see, that's so frustrating. Because he had the perfect swap in. He had Lawali. I let him have it. So he could have resisted both the Water Cutting Lily and the Wind move.
But he decided that green circles was better. I don't agree with that play. It was a huge risk, and he would have lost the game. Because I really didn't care about Two-Vine. And his Toxic would have been gone. So he would have had no way to kill Babola. So I would have had a 80% health Babola with Aqua Stone up on turn 2. And his Toxic would have been dead. There was no way he would have been able to come back from that. Because, like, Whiplup can't do anything to Babola. He would have had to hope that Plague from, like, Lawali Plague and Quetzal would have killed. Or maybe brought in 2-Wire to save the 2X. But at that point, he has no kill potential on Two-Vine. It would live the double? No, it never lives the double. Yeah, I don't know. GG's. It was all based on that turn 1. I mean, I guess I can check my Two-Vine spread. I don't think I have max attack on this. But you didn't have coat, you just had double screen. Yeah, it's 392. Double screen. Babola. Water. Let's see, I got you down to 62, so you would have had... I don't know, somewhere around this much HP. Oh, maybe you live. Oh my goodness. We're looking at like 1%. You probably would have lived on 2 health. 395. Really? I thought you lived on 62. Maybe it was... Well then, yeah, I guess you definitely would have lived. That is kind of crazy. Not full special attack? Gotcha. I guess that would have been a bad trade in I really thought Two-Vine did more damage than that. Dealing only 50% with a 2x with 400 attack invest is really nuts. I've run a lot of double screen full HP Acronoxes before, and I don't take that little damage ever. I guess, shoot, I have to sit through those. I really thought I did like 38% with my Babola though. I don't have like War Drum or anything on it. I'm just very confused at why my Babola did so much more damage than Two-Vine. I'm pretty sure Two-Vine and Babola have like very similar attack stats. And water cutting's only 14 more BP, so it should be like barely a 10% more difference. Yeah, I did 38% with water cutting. I had no marbles boost. Are you sure that's right? Some might be wrong with the calcs. Because there's no possible way for me to do 6 or 38% to you. I'm just. And if it was that, then it would have been. I would have killed you by like 1 or 2 health. Which still would have been just crazy, but still. I would have at least got you then. Because that's kind of the math I was doing in my head. So if Boboa did slightly more than 1/3 of your health, and Boboa and Tuvine have similar attack stats, I should be able to do 2/3 with Tuvine. Not that I would have known that like during the turn. I kind of just assumed that I could kill even a max HP Acronox, which either I can't or the Temtem Calc is wrong. One or the other. I wouldn't be surprised either way. It's like, let's see, Boboa has 285 attack stat. I don't even have the thing max. So I have just slightly less attack in the Tuvine. So the Temtem Calc has to be off, or you're giving me a different or an incorrect HP value, one or the other. I don't know. I guess the Temtem Calc is wrong. I know in the past he's had trouble calculating stuff like coat and double screen. There's so much attack in Boboa. I've played Boboa a lot. And, I mean, you don't need any speed in it. So I just go max HP. Sometimes I don't even go max HP and I just opt for the max attack instead. But he only has 46 stamina for triple water cutting Lily. So I just throw the rest in attack and he's still got pretty high attack. And it's a good Tem. It's one of the best ones on the team, I'd say. GG's. I don't really care about winning or losing. If anything, probably it's better to be your TMR than mine. I'm not doing anything with it besides losing it constantly with other teams. But yeah, well, that was gonna be the last match today. I'm burning out. We'll see what happens. If there's like patch notes on Monday or something, I'll probably, if I'm feeling up to it, I will do a live patch note reaction and we'll play a couple games. If it's just something small, I wouldn't expect too much out of it. If it is something like really small, like less than 10 changes, or like they're all inconsequential, I'd probably will go back to coding on next week Saturday. Lose another 10 player. It's just that the big focus I have is just working on Mutant Grid, my own game, and I have not done anything in the last month because in my free time I've been choosing to play Deadlock right now, and like I don't feel like waiting in a 15-minute queue to play one round of Temtem, and half the time it's a story player. I do enjoy the matches when they happen. And I think regardless, if Temtem queues do start to get really bad, I think I'm probably gonna we'll intentionally try and do a queue pop in time. We'll try and find a good time that works for the largest amount of remaining Temtem players, and maybe it'll just be like 2-3 hours once a week, and all of us get on in queue. I think if somebody would organize that, I think there would be some success. Like, it doesn't, not a tournament. Tournaments stress people out because it's like, oh, I have to dedicate 7 hours of my day to this. But if you just have a time where you're just like, hey, everyone who wants to play some comp, get on at this time, and enough of us that do would probably play. And I think that would be fun. I think it would be the best way to keep a weekly Temtem player base going. And that's my idea. We'll see how it goes. Well, maybe they'll come out with another like Rockstar patch, and it'll just be a lot of fun, and I'll be back on the Temtem train. But like the hype, like, it's peaked. I feel like it's going down now. Even if the player counts are going up, it's all PvE players. And as those players start to get their Max Umbra and Luma Pedias, and people will get their mythicals, it's going to start to be a question of, okay, what do they do next? Because they're not going to be PvP players. So, yeah. I'm just doing this right. I need to stop doing the radar. Thanks for sticking around, everyone, though. I'll be streaming next week regardless. It just will probably be a game dev. So if anyone wants to come and chat about Temtem, feel free to stop in. Then I'll be more than happy to talk about it while I code. And if there's some big foundational stuff, definitely expect me to be back next week. But it's gonna be all for today. Thank you all for stopping in. Let me find someone to raid quick. We'll just... I want to raid into a Temtem streamer that doesn't speak a language that most of us do. So we're just gonna head into one of the game dev guys' streams. Not actually a lot of people streaming at this time. It's just, like I said, one of those kind of awkward times. It's in between everything. Oh, hey, we got a Luma. Hey, little fishy. We'll catch this Noah on the stream. But we're gonna head over to Practical NPC. He's coding like a Twitch like attachment where you can actually play an RPG in chat. It's kind of fun. You got he has AI generated quests, and you can also set up like a background so it'll actually tailor things towards you. I think it's one of the best applications of AI I've seen. And it can be pretty addicting to just stick around and play with. But either way, if it's not your thing, totally understand. I just like to support the game dev community. Let's hope I can catch this thing before the raid actually hits, because the timer's going down. Caffeinated, bro. Come on, hurry, hurry, hurry. I mean, I'm going to catch the thing. It's just I want to show the stats on stream. It might. Okay, I don't think it's going to do it. Thanks for stopping in, guys. I'll see you next time.